I'm going to show you something. You see how thick this is? This is abnormally thick. I'm going to show you instead what happens here with the milk chocolate. You see this thinness? That's what it usually is, as thin as this, when I work with it. Go back to this one, dark chocolate. You see how thick it looks? Luscious, it looks delicious. It looks like you could eat it with a spoon and it would stay on the spoon. So we are going to check the temperature. This chocolate has been tempered earlier by the seeding technique, which involves putting cold tempered chocolate into overly hot chocolate. This is extremely difficult to work with. It's so thick. In fact, as we talk, it's actually thickening. So I'm going to show you this one. So this one is probably the least reliable. So this says 32.5 degree. Put it in Fahrenheit. No, not you. This one. No, hold on. Do you know, I don't know how you change this to Fahrenheit. Ah, that's it, we've got it. So 91.2 for those who know how to work with chocolate in Fahrenheit, which is a good tempering temperature. Imagine that would be perfect. Now we try this one that says 89.6 now. So go back in Celsius because I don't know what that means. That says 32, 31.7. So 32, it's perfect tempering temperature. Now I will try this, which is more accurate, or I think it is more accurate. So I've got that in Celsius at the moment. So this takes a little bit of time to get. To tell me the temperature, it takes like at least 10 seconds, which in this day and age is way too slow. So 32, 32, 32.1. Okay, it doesn't seem to go anymore. So I'd say, again, that's perfect. So if we go back to Fahrenheit here, it says 89.90. So that's good working temperature. However, it's extremely thick, yes? You've got that. Very hard to work with, as I repeat myself. Now I'm going to show you the result of what happened when I worked with this chocolate, which is perfect temperature. We will go over here and I will show you what happened to my dipped prunes. You see, perfect temperature, remember, absolutely perfect. It's white. It's white, mostly around the edges. Some of them are white across the top. I can see this bubble here, which dropped, is white after, more white than what's around it. So here, so what have we got inside this? So inside, it's not so white actually. It's white on the outside. More than on the inside, which is very interesting. Oh yeah, it's a bit white inside. So this is tempering. Now the first prunes I did earlier, these are my Armagnac prunes, whereas the ones we've just looked at are just plain prunes dipped in chocolate. We've got the same issue going on. We've got some on the edges, not every prune. Edge here, edge here, edge here. Edge, edge. Now, I do not know the temperature of the prunes. They were not from the fridge. They were room temperature. So I don't know what the temperature is in this room. My thermometers will not tell me that, I don't suppose. So if we're here in the air, that says 25. It says 25.7. It doesn't feel that hot actually. Maybe it is, that says 23.6. So we see already a difference, but they're different thermometers. So if the prunes were cooler than the chocolate, and it's white on the outside where it hasn't touched the prune, that possibly means come on, why is my problem solving from the college days?
So that means it's not cooling down fast enough on the outside. Where it's touching the prune,
Yeah.
it's cooling faster.
Yeah.
Because the prune is cooler.
Yes, thank you. Yes, that's excellent. Yeah. So that would mean then that the chocolate is too hot. Yet it's according to the thermometer at perfect temperature. And if I touch it with my wrist, which several people told me they knew chocolatiers who did that, or they put it on their face.
And then put it back in the bowl.
No, I think they left it on their faces.
Put me off Cadbury's for life. That doesn't address the consistency.
No, it doesn't. But this feels cold to my hand. But then it is summer, so my skin is going to react differently to something that maybe in winter this would feel too hot. But then the thermometers say that it is 32. And now look at this, look how thick this is. So if I melt that, what has happened is when it is as runny as the milk chocolate, it's like over 38 degrees Celsius, which means it's unworkable because it's too hot and it's tempering again. So look at how thin this is.
Which is normal.
Yeah, totally normal. But this...
And it's too early to say how well the milk is tempered.
How what?
How well it's tempered.
Yeah, the milky takes a long time to set, so I cannot say about that.
If you go to them and put them in the fridge straight away, does that make a difference?
I don't know. I've not tried that. I could try.
If you've got one, you can just...
Good question. Good point. I could dip something I've already dipped.
Or a bit of nougat.
No, I could do that as well. Yeah, I could. But because this is unpleasant looking anyway, let's get one of those. So we are sure that the tempering is right, yes? According to that, it's 31.4, which is perfect. So
might have been interesting to see the prune temperature before it went in, actually.
Oh, no.
Well, you can just check one of those.
Well, yes, exactly. Yes. It says 24.3, 24.1. So I'll put that in the fridge or freezer even. And we will wait and carry on being indignated by this thickness, which I personally don't understand. I've had that in the past.
With dark specifically?
Yes, specifically dark. And it has turned out white. So I'm always suspicious when it's thick like that. But yet the temperature's fine. So can you tell me what is actually happening? obviously, you personally, you could ask ChatGPT, but I don't know if it would have a clue.
Do you want them to drop a comment in there?
Well, yes, they can ask their ChatGPT or their Claude and then see what they reply. It's a sort of thing that makes me rather discouraged. I will be honest with you. This happens regularly. I don't understand why it happens. I've looked on the internet before. And it does happen. Most of the problem is usually with the dark. The cocoa somehow doesn't like. It's temperamental. And if I think about the fruit and nuts that I did last year, which ended up all white, like I had the second time I had done it on the marble slab, which I don't always do.
Which is recommended practice?
Yes, it's recommended.
To temper it?
Yes, to temper it. It's easier. Well, it's not easier, but it works better in times of warm weather like this.
Well, I guess it's more uniform.
Yes, more uniform. But the result was exactly the same. So it's not to do with my tempering method, it's to do with some other factor which is unknown, which sometimes I think is to do with my energy, or could be outside. I could always blame it on the weather, the fact that it's full moon. I don't think it's that.
Well, perhaps you should write down the state of the moon, the ambient temperature, your mood and everything before you do a batch of chocolate. And then you can plot these things on some sort of chart or spreadsheet.
It would be an interesting one, yes, to do a graph. But if things carry on like that, I'm not going to be doing chocolate for very long. Because this is wasting my time, and then what do I do with my prunes? I sell them as...
They go to the pigs, don't they?
I've got no pigs anymore.
I'll help you with them.
Thank you for helping.
But no, you'd have to sell them at a discount, as you say.
Yeah. So all the work I've done today to end up to this. Yeah. Let's have a look at the one in the freezer. And so far it's perfect. But
it can still change at that.
Yeah. Because the others changed. They looked like this. Beautiful.
Looks perfect.
Yeah. Yes. So, is it a cooling issue? Should everything I make go straight in the fridge?
See how it ends up?
Yeah. See how it ends up.
What's the temperature of it now?
Ah, good question. 22.9. So no, 20.7. No, it's going down.
Is that the same as the ones over there that have been sat?
It's cooler. Hold on. It's changing. It's saying 22, 23, 26, 23. It's going up quickly. It's interesting. When going down, going up, it doesn't make its mind up, this thing. Oh no, it says 24.
Remind me, what was the temperature of the worktop or something?
Good. 24. Or 24.9, 25. So this. So around 23. And the other prunes are 23. So they are a bit hotter. Ah.
And what sort of time does it take for it to go foxy, if it does?
Well, these have been done. These took less long because I made the Armagnac ones first. And these are not as ugly, not as white. The others I did second, and they are the whitest. So there was definitely a temperature difference there.
I don't know, is that working it longer in the bowl? Because you've been heating it and temper it for longer, does that make it more prone to going white?
No.
I'm guessing. I'm just.
No, generally, usually my tempering is worst at first, and then it gets better as I warm it up and it goes back. But look at that. That's sludge.
Chocolate sauce.
Oh, yes. And that says, according to this, it's still at 31.
It's still a working temperature.
Yeah. Yeah, so I would do that and I would end up with a batch of shit looking chocolate. In the past. But now I would ignore that and warm it up. Which I did today a little bit. Oh, I don't know, it's a mystery. It's a rather frustrating one, and that sofa is looking perfect. So is it that the room is actually too hot? And as you said, it's not cooling down fast enough. But if the room was 25, no, sorry, the prune was 25 before I dipped it, no, 23. And the chocolate was higher, and it cooled down better on top of the prune, which was cooler, but went white on the outside. It still doesn't make any sense. Why should it?
Because the bit around the fringe around the outside will be cooling less quickly.
Yeah. What's wrong with it cooling less quickly? See, if I spread that on a piece of non-stick baking now, because I can't really leave it in this. And then I take a photo of it later to use as a thumbnail. Because that will tell me what it would cool like if it cools at room temperature. This is not right at all. Look how thick it is. Not right. It's bizarre. Look, it's setting here. And it is still soft where it's set. What I will do is I will warm the rest of the pan, so it's a running consistency, which is the one I should be working with. Look at that, it's nearly rubbery.
It's actually looking like icing.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's icing.
Yes. This prune is still looking nice. Do you know, I think, because I used to do this a lot, that the fruit and nut from last year and the year before that went wrong, I do put them in the fridge and freezer for them to set quicker so I can reuse the molds.
But it still went white?
Yeah. It went white quickly in the freezer.
Oh, it's just a guess on my part. I don't know.
What did you mean? What did
That it
you
might
guess?
be not cooling fast enough.
Yeah, but it would make sense. But I don't know if it's right or not. Yes, it's really thick. It's catchy. And it's getting soft very quickly, obviously, because it's still runny. So this is a lot hotter now. Let's see. The milk chocolate is still very runny, and I've not even added cocoa butter, which I have in the dark. It's very runny. It makes no bloody sense.
So it's just cooling as well.
So that's a 33.2. I want to try the other one. I'll put that on with the rest. It can go up on the outside at 33. You know, things like that I don't understand, they make me feel dispassionate about the chocolate making. If I was passionate, what would I do? I would pay for an expensive course somewhere, like that cost £4,000 for a week of actual proper professional training. But I don't want to do that because I'm not passionate enough.
Are they not chocolate fora online?
I did look in the past and there was nothing.
Because there are things like that with baking where people voice their problems and get people come up with crap answers.
Yes, there's a know all of this world. I might have found something once, but if I did, it wasn't satisfying the answer. I could look again.
Well, I could go to an event where there's a chocolatier there,
Yeah.
and I could say, I've tried making chocolates at home, and I have this problem. And because I'm a member of the public who's saying that they're wonderful and I'm asking their advice, they might tell me what they think's wrong.
Yes.
Whereas they might recognise you.
Oh, I don't think they would. I've not been on the telly.
No, but local ones would know you, wouldn't they?
Oh yeah, local ones, yeah, but...
Yeah, I'm not thinking of going to Earl's Court to the chocolate show.
No. Or to York, where there's so many chocolates.
Or like Roundtree's.
Yes, Roundtree's, there's a chocolate museum. Well, I can't put that in the fridge. This is I could really get that done with a proper thing, couldn't I? Instead of faffing. We'll find out. It will be interesting to see if it's all white. I don't need this water to boil, you're right. Just fall on the floor. Yes. Well, this is still fine. So that shows me something, but
It's not really solving anything, so it's still white inside. Or would you think it's worth redipping and just disguising it?
you mean putting extra chocolate at the price it is now?
Forget that. Silly idea.
Well, no, it's not silly. It would be more heavy per box.
So you'd have to reprice it.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't look good because they bite into it. I think
Yeah.
it's gone wrong.
Get more complaints.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want that really. Yeah, that's it. And there's the milk again. Look how beautiful that is.
Still perfect.
Yeah.